Okay, my name is Abdussalam Faisal, and today I'm going to explain question number 1 and question number 2 for life contingencies 1 CBT tests. Okay, jumping straight to question number 1. The question says, each of you shall choose one country to work on, which should not be similar to any of your classmates. Therefore, please fill the Google Excel sheet in the country of your choice or with your friend duplicating it will be first come, first served basis. Please collect the death rates data from country of your choice for the year of 2020 only. Data must be collected from reliable sources such as statistics department of the country. Okay, from this question, I collected my data from human mortality database, the death rates for USA. The country which I chose is USA. The death rates from 2020. As you can see, these are the data, the total, these ones are the death rates from 0 to up to 110. Okay. So part 1 says construct a life table that imitates the illustrative life table using interest rates of 5% and 6% per annum for the country of your choice, which is in my case, it's USA. Part 2, construct life tables, commutations, dx, nx, sx, cx, mx, and rx, and interest rates of 5% and 6%. Lastly, construct a life table tabulating increasing annuity ix and ia double dot x ex at interest rate of 5% and 6% per annum. Use the constructed life table to answer the question 2 and 3. So we're going to use the same illustrative life table for question 2 and question 3. So moving on straight to part 1, Roman 1. The life table for USA with basic function single benefit premiums with I equals 5%. So basically, as you can see here, the illustrative life table consists of these components: X, LX, 1000 QX, A double dot X, 1000 AX, the second moment of AX, 1005 EX, 1010 EX, and 1020 EX. So these are the components. Additionally, I just added these two columns, which is for QX and PX. So for the X value, my age is from 0 up to 110. And the LX, I assumed this value, which is 100,000 for the initial population. And the QX are basically the death rates, which I got from USA, the data here. I just entered data, then exclamation mark, which is like I just copy and pasted the death rates from this sheet data. So after getting it, I just drag all the way down to 110 to get all the death rates for every age. Okay, now for the PX, the formula is 1 minus QX. So it's 1 minus QX, this one. Then I press enter, just drag all the way down. 1000 QX, basically it's 1000 multiplied by QX. For A double dot X. So the formula for this one, these components from here to here, basically just wrote them to simplify. I just wrote the formulas here. A double dot X, 1000 AX, 1002 AX, 1005 EX, 1010 EX, and 1020 EX. So to get this A double dot X from our formula, it's 1 minus 1000 AX divided by 1000, because this is 1000 AX and we only need the value of AX. That's why we divided by 1000. Divide by the interest, which is 0.05 over 1 plus I, which is 0.05. So basically, after getting the value, just drag all the way down. Now this is the second moment. This is the second moment. As you can see, it has a square, which means the second moment from 1000 AX. Basically, just the same formula. Sorry, we have to get this first, the first moment. The formula is as I wrote there, this one is the formula. So the formula, referring to that formula, I used 1000 multiplied by 1 over 1.05, which is 1 plus I, multiplied by qx plus 1 minus qx, multiplied by, this is h7, which is the below one, which is the ax plus 1. Okay, I got this one, divide by 1000 because I only need, because it's 1000 ax, so that's why I divided by 1000. So after that, I just drag the data all the way to 110 to get all these values. And here 1000 to ax, which is the second moment. The only difference is that I just added a square here, but everything the same as 1000 ax. The only difference is the square. So press enter and get all the values. Now for 1005 ax, the formula, this one, basically 1000 v power 5 lx plus 5 over lx. So I inserted 1000 multiplied by 1 over 1 plus I, which is 1.05 power 5, because it's 5 years, multiplied by L5, this one, L5 over C6, which is the L0. Okay, so for 1010 EX, basically the same as 1005. The only difference is the N. As you can see, N here it's 5 and N here is 10. So we just need to power by 10. Everything else the same. And here the C16 is L10 over L0. And for 1020x, again, it's power 20 because it's for 20 years. And C26, which is the L20 divided by C26 over C6, L20 divided by L0. And that's that for part 1. And we have to do the same. We have to do the same for I equals to 6%. This one below here. So as you can see, basically everything is the same except for these formulas. Instead of 0.05, now the I changed to 0.06. So everything else is changed to 0.06, like this one, 0.06, 1 plus I, this one, 1 plus I, and this one, and this one, all of them. I just changed the I, but everything else, the formulas are the same as I explained before for 5%. Now for Roman 2, we have to find the commutations. Commutations, we need to find dx, nx, sx, cx, mx plus and rx, sorry. So basically the formula for these parts, I just note them down here for you. So to start with the dx, the formula is v power x multiplied by lx. So as you can see, it's 1 over 1 plus I. I is the 0.05. As you can see, I put the dollar sign because I want to be fixed. I want the I to be fixed throughout the calculation. Power p power 6, which is the x, multiplied by c6, which is the lx. So after that, I just dragged everything down to 110 and I got all the values. Now for nx, as the formula is the summation of dx. So as you can see, I just inserted sum qx until q116, which is the summation of dx from 0 to 110. Just press enter and get the nx. And to get the sx, the same, just sum all the values for nx until 110. And yeah, it's for cx. To get the cx, basically just the same formula as calculate the dx. The only difference is here we have to plus 1 and multiply by dx, the small dx. The small dx, basically it's lx plus 1 minus lx. That's why here I put c6 minus c7. Yeah, and the interest I, it has to be fixed. So, okay, to get the mx, just sum everything, just sum the cx till 110. And to get the rx, we just need to sum the mx. Just need to sum the mx. Okay, now so we have to do the same for I equals to 6%. Basically, it's everything's just the same. The only difference is the I. As you can see here, my I is 0.06. So this formula I already showed you before, the formulas which I used. 1 plus I. It's 100, it's C 137. So I also put the dollar sign because I want the I also to be fixed throughout the dx calculation right here. So just put enter after that and drag all the way to 110. Okay, again, to find everything else the same, nx, just summation of dx, and to get the sx, summation of nx, to get the cx. The only difference is this one, it's 0.06. The formula is the same. Then press enter. Find the mx, just sum the cx. And lastly, to get the rx, we just need to sum the mx from 0 to 110. So the last part is to find the tabulations for I equals 5% and for I equals to 6%. So to get the IAX, the formula is right here, basically Rx over dx. So I just need to divide Rx over dx. Just found it before. So just need to divide the values and drag all the way down. To get the IA double dot, the formula is Sx divided by dx. So Sx over dx. Okay, drag all the values down. To get the quartate life, we also, the formula is 1 minus qx multiplied by 1 plus the next, which is ex plus 1. So 1 minus qx is basically px. So I just took the px multiplied by 1 plus the next, which is the below part, the next ex, which is ex plus 1. Then I drag all the way, the values all the way down. Now, again, to find the tabulations at 6%, everything else is the same. The only difference is the I used. IAX is Rx over dx. IA double dot x is Sx over dx. And to get the quartate, it again, we put E140, which is the px, multiplied by 1 plus the next quartate, which is the below part. And that's that for question number 1. Okay, continuing question number 2. Question number 2 says, ARC Japheth Life Insurance will provide a special 20-year endowment insurance and annuity contract to individuals with age range between 35 and 45 with the following benefits. So it has like 2 benefits. The first one, it's on death before age 65, a benefit of $500,000 is paid immediately. Survival benefit is also $500,000. The second, it's on attaining age 65, the life receives an annuity of $20,000 every quarter in arrears. Level premiums are payable monthly in advance for 15 years. Mortality followed the constructed life tables and interest rate is 6% per annum. calculate the level monthly premium the insurance company shall charge individuals for each age between 35 to 45. Okay, to summarize the information, we have to use the same life table I constructed from question number 1, but with I equals to 6%. So I just need this illustrative life table to do question 2. After that, we have to use the illustrative. We calculate the labor monthly premium, the insurance company, between 35 to 45. So jumping straight to the question. So this is the life table for I equals to 6%, which is basically just copy and pasted all the data, all the components and all the data from question number 1. This one. I just copy and pasted. I used the function, I used this function, question 1, exclamation mark, and the column and row number, this one. As you can see, for all the components, I use the same function. I just copy and paste and drag the data all the way down. Okay, so by using this, we have to find the level monthly premium for age from this part, age 35 to 45. Okay, jumping to the formulas which I used to find the level monthly premium. So the general formula to find the level monthly premium is this one. As you can see, pi, it symbolizes the level monthly premium. Now the formula is 500,000 multiplied by continuous endowment insurance for 20 plus 20,000 over 4 multiplied by 65 minus x deferred annuity. This is power 4, which means quarterly, or divide everything with this is annuity due for 12 months, n equals to 15. Okay, as you can see from this formula, there are 3 main components: the continuous, endowment, the deferred, and the annuity due. So basically, we have to find these 3 components in order to get the level monthly premium. So but we don't have these values. We have to use the illustrative life table to get these values. So as you can see, to get the first one, the continuous endowment insurance, the formula is this: I over delta multiplied by ax minus 20x multiplied by ax plus 20 minus x. Okay, and to get the second component is 65 minus x, the deferred annuity, equals to 65 minus x deferred annuity due minus 65 minus x ex over 4. Okay, now from this formula, we also have 2 unknowns. As you can see, we don't have 65 minus x deferred annuity due, and we don't have 65 minus x ex. So we have to find again these 2 components to find the 65 minus x deferred annuity immediate. So the formulas are right here, as you can see. V65 minus x power n minus x, n is basically 65, multiplied by 65 px times this is temporary life annuity for 65. Yeah. And this 65, this is another formula to get the 65 minus x. So after I get these 2, we can get the deferred for 65 minus x. And last component is this one, which is temporary life annuity for 15 years, equals to alpha. This formula is from the assumptions of UDD, which is alpha 12 a double dot x 15 minus beta 12 1 minus 15 ex. Again, we don't have these 2 values here to get this, so just basically find them by using these formulas. Okay, now I have constructed another, like, a few tables here to keep on to get. These tables are useful to get the values, the components for finding the level monthly premium. Okay, now jumping in, the I mentioned from the question is 6%. The V, it's 1 over 1 plus I. The D is I over 1 plus I. Delta is ln 1 plus I. Okay, I just press enter. And to get this one, this is temporal life annuity, but for quarterly. So basically I just use the alpha and beta for quarter. That's why I made this table. So yeah, it's alpha 4 multiplied by G71. G71 is basically A double dot X. That's A double dot X 65. That's why we are told to use the illustrative to get the value for A double dot X in this case. Okay, so A double dot X minus beta 4. After getting that, we also need to get these values. This is the effective annually, which the formula is this one. It's M, which is 12 multiplied by 1 plus I power 1 over M minus 1. I get that one. And for D power 12, the same. It's M multiplied by M is 12 multiplied by 1 minus D power 1 over M. And to get alpha 12, the formula is ID. This is under the assumption of UDD. ID, I multiplied by D divided by I upper 12 multiplied by D upper 12. And for beta 12, the formula is, this is I, the interest, minus I upper M, which is 12, divided by I upper M, which is I upper 12, multiplied by D upper 12. Okay, so getting this information, the I upper 4, it's basically the same formulas as this. The only difference is the M period. Here we use the M4 instead of M12. Okay, now jumping in to get the labor monthly premium. As you can see here, X is from 35 to 45. Okay, our three main components are continuous endowment insurance, 65 minus X deferred annuity, and this one is, this is temporary life insurance. Okay, so to get this value, we have to use this formula here. This formula here is Q26, which is the I divided by delta multiplied by 1000 AX for 35 years over 1000 divided by 1000 because it's 1000 AX minus L 41, which is the 1020 EX divided by 1000 minus 1. Then we get this. After that, we just drag all the values down from 35 to 40, from 35 to 45. Okay, to get this one, we just need to take this value, 65 minus X deferred annuity due minus U, which is 65 minus X EX. But we don't have these two values, so we need to find them. The formula, so we need to find this first. The formula, as I showed you before, so it's Q27, which is the V power 65 minus P41. The P41, it's 35 multiplied by C671. C71 is L35, but we have to put in the dollar sign, which is to make this fixed throughout the entire calculation. Divide by C41. C41, it's L35. Sorry, for C71, it's L65. That's that one, we have to put the dollar sign to keep it fixed. Now, after getting this value, we just drag it all the way down. Now, we have to find this. finding that, we have to use this formula. It's Q30. Q30 is the annuity due, temporary life annuity, multiplied by U41, which is this one. We just found it before. So after that, we press enter and drag the data all the way down. After getting these two components, by then we can get this one. So it's just we take this minus this divided by 4. Okay, and lastly, to get the third main component, we just need to find these two values. We need to find these two values. Okay, this value I can get, I use this formula here. Okay, as you can see, it's V power 15 C56, which is the L50 divided by L35 multiplied by A double dot 50. Yeah. After getting that one, we drag the data all the way down. Now we have to find also this one. This is just basically G41 minus V41. G41 is A double dot X for the 35 minus this one, which we just got it. We just this value, which is we just found it. So after that, we just drag the data all the way down. Okay, by then we can find the last third main component, this one, by using this formula here. We have to use this. So as you can see, I used T29. T29 it's the alpha 12 multiplied by W41. W41, yeah, it's this one, the data which we just found it, and minus, remember to key in the $sign for the alpha 12 because it is fixed throughout. Okay, minus this beta 12. The beta also needs to be put by $sign, which means it's supposed to be fixed, multiplied by 1 minus Q27. Q27 is basically the V power 15 multiplied by C56 L50 divided by L35. This formula, to understand well this formula, I just put it right here for you to understand this one. So after that, I just press enter and drag the values all the way down to get everything. Now to finalize, to find the level monthly premium for using this calculation, we already got the three main components to find the level monthly premium. So we just find by using the formula. So it's $500,000 multiplied by this one, the continuous endowment insurance, plus 20,000 over 4 multiplied by 65 minus X deferred annuity, divide by temporary life insurance. Yeah, after that, I just press enter and get these values and just drag them all the way down. Yeah, okay. And now it's done. So as you can see, the values for level monthly premium from 35 to 45 are displayed here. Thank you.